I have a lot to say about The Last of Us Part 2, so we're just going to jump right into it right now, give you my review of this game, and do bear in mind that it is my opinion and my opinion only, so don't get mad at me if you don't like it, or do, I don't really care. Let's discuss this game now. The Last of Us Part 2 is about perspective. In this game, you play as two very distinctive characters, fan favorite Ellie and not so fan favorite Abby. During this game, their paths will collide into each other, and the results of these two characters meeting up bring about the entire plot of the game. And I just want to say right now, in the open, that I don't actually hate the premise of this game, but I feel like the way the developers executed some of the major plot points could have been handled better. The pacing is way off, from feeling rushed right out of the get-go to me wondering if the game is ever actually going to end. I thought that on at least 4 different occasions that I had reached the ending, only to discover that I still had just a little bit more to go. When I looked at the way they handled everything about the story, I feel like the writers and Neil himself were way too ambitious, and they needed to trim it down in some parts. This game takes about 30 hours to complete, and I think they could have included everything they needed to in only 20. Outside of plot issues and pacing problems though, there is a lot to love about this game. The graphics are drop-dead gorgeous, the audio design is spot on, and the physics in this game are terrific. I can't tell you how impressed I was when I discovered that while holding a bottle in my hand while going prone on the ground, I could hear the clinking sound of the bottle as it scraped against the pavement. It's really impressive that they went into such fine detail with the small things. I also love the combat. It's very much like the first, but with minor improvements. There are more weapons at your disposal, upgrading is better, the AI is intelligent, and stealth in this game is rewarded as you'll be able to preserve your precious ammo while at the same time have fewer enemies to dispose of if you do happen to get caught. While exploring around Seattle, you'll also be able to unlock safes, solve puzzles, and collect some trading cards and coins along the way. I really liked having the opportunity to see Naughty Dog's vision of what post-apocalyptic Seattle looked like. When it comes to character development, I actually personally thought they did a really good job of presenting us with new and interesting characters. I really liked Dina and Jesse and hated Owen, which I believe was supposed to be the point, and I did, by the end of it, feel like I understood each person's view and reason for acting the way they did. I would also like to commend the voice acting in this game as well, as I thought the actors did a terrific job with their roles. There is one last thing though that I had a gripe with in this game, and it involves the over-ambitious thing I mentioned earlier. This game at times feels like it's trying too hard to be woke, so to speak. For example, there's not one, but 2 pregnant women in this game that are going around getting shot at, taking hits, falling, bumping into things, and it's just not believable because they are freaking pregnant. There's also a side story about a transgender person that you have to deal with that feels like it was unnecessarily included into what is already an extremely emotional plot. It's things like this that annoyed me the most because I just wanted to know how Ellie's and Abby's story would end, and these things just dragged on the story longer than needed. Now this last thing I feel the need to address because I feel like a lot of reviewers aren't giving Abby a fair shake because they went into this game with negative intentions in their mind. But let me be clear, this game is not just about Ellie, it's also about Abby, and it's not for the faint of heart. This game is violent, brutal, and is willing to show both the best and worst of humans. This includes both Ellie and Abby, and if you aren't comfortable with there not being a straightforward good guy versus evil guy story, then pick a different game to play, because this ain't it. I personally enjoyed playing as Abby, and I appreciated the opportunity to see things from a different perspective. In conclusion, did I enjoy The Last of Us Part 2? Yes. Is it a perfect or near perfect game? No. But do I think this is a good game? I do. Which is why I'm going to give The Last of Us Part 2 for the PS4 a B+. It's a game that is definitely not for everyone, and it's not as good as the first game, but it is still a quality product that I personally enjoyed. And this, my friends, concludes my overrated review, and I hope you enjoyed it. It's okay if you didn't, but you're more than welcome to leave a comment down below and let me know what you think of The Last of Us Part 2, and I will see you guys next time. I am Bradley Overrated, out like a trout. Take care, guys.